Say something for the podcast. Tell the people what you feel.
I'm just jazzed about being on the show, man.
You are listening to The Objective Jerk, where objectiveness is the objective, and I am said jerk. I have found him. I have found my... I don't even know. My maker, I guess. I have discovered. I have completed the next step in my spiritual journey. And it's actually Jesus. Not Muhammad, peace be upon him. Do I still need to say that? I don't know. But yeah, I was I don't know, just been feeling kind of icky the last few days. Just like depression again. It's like, gosh, I just got over some depression. Why is this, I don't know. It's just, it's very frustrating, and you understand why, sadly, people do take their lives, because it gets tiring, it gets old, and you get sick of it. You feel like there's no way out of it. You're always depressed, you're always grumpy, you're always hateful, and there feels like there's never an end to it. So I can sympathize, empathize. Those both mean the same thing, right? Anyway, so this morning I was looking on TikTok and I came across a video that this guy, Whitley Deputy, right? Just a normal looking dude. And he just goes on to say, do you continually find, God, religious related clips in your For You? Somebody's calling me. Oh man, I gotta stop this. All right, man, she seems to know the perfect time to call, huh? Always. That's like what, the fifth time? Anyway, and actually that's not even, sometimes I edit it out, so. What was I talking about? First of all, if you'd like to message me, please do at theobjectivejerk@gmail.com, or you can message me on all the social media platforms. So, as I was saying, or as you know, kind of researching and thinking and contemplating and just various things on God, basically, and it felt like I was getting more support from the Islam side. And to be honest, the history of Muslims and Islam kind of made some sense. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, Jesus, is he God? Is he the Son of God? Is he what the Holy Trinity, the Holy Ghost, and all that kind of stuff? I was like, what? I just, I don't get it. And I still don't. But when I reverted and I went through and I did everything for I keep doing this. I keep touching my phone. I got it. It didn't really impact me at all. It was just like, okay, so now I did that, so now what? And then I started doing the salah, the prayers, and it started, giving me anxiety. I was like stressing out about missing a prayer and this and that. And so it was like, man, I don't know. It just, it didn't feel wrong, but it just didn't feel right, And so I needed to get some better clarity, I guess, or I don't know. And I reached out to the Christian side, nothing. So that's kind of where I've been. And I got the book, I haven't even started it yet. I'll still read it because it's not like it's just an autobiography basically. But I was waiting. I was told this book will give me the answer, and maybe once I read it, maybe then I'll go that way. But I don't think so. But this book was, it was a good decision maker for a lot of people, I guess. So I just got that book in the mail, and I actually sat down. Like I had my Quran, and then I had the necklace, the cross, the Catholic rosary. There we go. I had both of them, and I prayed, and it was to both, which one helped me, this and that, and just nothing. You know what I mean? And I just was like, gosh, man, what is going on? So I was on TikTok. So that's kind of basically the state of, frame of mind I've been and where my heart has been, I guess. So I was watching TikTok and came across this video, this Whitley deputy guy. And he just says, are you constantly getting, things on your TikTok that's for you regarding, God and this and that. And are you having trouble sleeping? And then you wake up throughout the hours and you just kind of feel like, things are just not right. And just all these things he listed. And I was just like, it was all like I could check mark all of them, and I was like, whoa. And he's like, if you can answer yes to these, then, send me an email, and so I followed him, and I immediately got on the email, gave him a quick story, and just sent the email, right? And then I went and continued watching his other videos, and it was like, I don't know, all of them were, I guess it just takes a certain kind of person to really just connect with, everybody's different. And he was just saying things that just was like, wow, okay. Now that's actually made more sense. And he had one video where he talked about quit listening to your head and your thoughts. That's listen to your gut and your heart. Don't listen to, your thoughts and all that kind of stuff. And because the thoughts are that's, the devil, that's how they kind of get you, right? And I was thinking about it, and I was like, is that why, because to me, like I was saying, Islam makes sense. I was looking at it using my brain. That kind of made sense. So when I heard him say that, I was like, whoa, okay. Well, so maybe, I know I believe in God, but I was like, okay, quit thinking about it and just, give in or not give in, but surrender. I don't know if that's the right word either, but I don't know. So it was just so I grabbed this wooden decorative rosary, that has a cross that I had bought for my wife years ago. And I put it on, and I just grabbed it, and I just sat there, and I guess prayed, meditated, whatever. And all of a sudden, no bull crap, I had this huge rush of emotions, and I started crying, and I don't know, it was and I just sat there and then once I got better, it was I felt better, and I was just like, oh man, I was like, there it was, that was it. And I was just I thanked Jesus and God, even though I'm still not 100% sure what that whole dynamic is. I gotta figure it out. But it just released. I don't know. I felt so good. I just feel so much better today. maybe it's coincidence, but it just, I don't know. I don't think it is. I know it's not. I mean, I feel like it's not, because it was just, I, was just kind of taking what this guy said to heart and really just kind of tried to embrace it. And then when I just was asking for some, and then, dude, it was like, I started crying, and it was like, I don't know. It was insane. So I had that kind of, that moment of clarity that people, I guess, talk about. And it was what I was expecting with Islam, but I never got it. I never had it. So it's like Islam, like it looked, and I don't think that Islam is the devil, and that's the one that was trying to talk to me, whatever, this and that. I think there are the major, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. I think they're all they're interconnected. They're interwoven. Not one is more right than the other, I don't think. I don't know, but maybe it's just everybody's kind of different, different parts of the world. It's just different, or I don't know. Like, I don't think Muslims are the devil and Islam is, you know what I mean? Like, so I see some stuff, and that was one of the things that kind of I liked about Islam, was I was finding videos on YouTube where there'd be Christians just bashing Islam, oh, it's this and blah, blah, blah. And I never really found that with Islam, bashing Christianity, except for obviously the far crazy, jihadist kind of way of thinking with Islam. I can't think of the right word, sorry, but everybody has that, and I just see what's going on in the States and just how everything is just it's just going downhill. And I do believe that it is coming. I don't know what to call it, but it is coming. And I am very thankful that I have found, I guess, Jesus, because I believed in God, and God and Allah are one and the same. But I don't know. I just had that moment of clarity, and I still like, the Quran and the Bible. The Bible's been written by men over and over again, and it's been changed. But then there was like a video of this clip. This guy here is like, it doesn't matter. The Bible, forget the Bible, really. Yes, the Bible is nice and can help you, but the Bible tells stories of prophets, of individuals that didn't have the Bible. You know what I mean? Moses didn't have the Bible. Jesus didn't have the Bible. Who else? I'm forgetting people. There's lots of them. But anyway, so it's like, to get hung up on the Bible itself, I think, is kind of the wrong way to go about it. And it's just like even church too. It's like, you don't need to just be a douchebag all week and then go to church, ask for forgiveness, and feel like you're, it's like you have to, it's every day, all day. And I believe that. And that's what kind of was pulling me towards Islam too, because they pray 5 times a day and this and that. But it was like, there was lots of, there was a lot to it, and it was just like giving me anxiety. And I was like, man, I want this to not give me anxiety. I want to take my anxiety away, So, but I had that with whatever you want to call that I had this morning. And that was this morning today. I was just feeling hopeless, like garbage. I wasn't suicidal or anything like that, but I just was just like, I needed some, it was just, I don't know how to explain it, but instead of doing both, I'm going to focus on, I guess, Jesus. And so I grabbed that rosary. I freaking held it in my hand. I put it on. It's like a huge like rosary. It's like a Mr. T version of a rosary. You know, like you would never wear it. It's decorative, but it's the only one we got. Excuse me. So I put it on. I held it, and I just spoke to God and was like, you know, just trying to like, you know, free myself and everything. And it just, man, it was weird. I just started bawling like I was crying, and then I was like, oh, this, you know, and I just sat and just kind of reflected on everything and just kind of absorbed it and just tried to really kind of, and then I thanked God and I thanked Jesus for the first time and was just like, you know, thank you so much. And I'm so, you know, like this was it. This is what I needed. And then I felt so much better, so good. So with that in mind, this is my last episode of The Objective Jerk. No, I'm joking. I'm still going to do it, but I'm going to try and refrain from being, saying such, you know, bad words. Which is going to be hard. The F word is my go-to word. But, actually, I guess is probably... And I'm not going to be all talking about Jesus every day. I mean, if people ask me and say, hey, I want to hear more, then I guess maybe I would. But what do I know? I don't know anything. I don't even know what church I'm going to go to. I mean, the rosary, is that just for Catholics? I don't know. Like I got to figure out which one is for me. And with my brain and thinking, I'm thinking not Catholicism. But then I'm like, okay, don't think with your brain. Just because, you know, just the traditional part of it, which is weird because the traditional part, I mean, Islam is all about tradition. And for some reason that, like, I respected it about Islam. But then with Catholicism, I don't. And what's that about? How does that make sense? But see, then again, I'm thinking with my brain instead of my gut or my heart, my soul, whatever you want to call it. You know, and then, you know, the other thing was like, you know, priests and you know, priests molesting kids and all that kind of stuff that happened in the past. And honestly, I think, you know, it's not because they're priests they molested. I think those individuals became priests because of their temptations that they had. You know what I mean? I think they knew that they were attracted. Well, not all. Some were maybe attracted to children and were like, and knew it was wrong and was like, okay, I'm going to become a priest because I can't have sex. And then God will help me, and I'll serve God, and this and that, and then, but it's still, the urges took over, or whatever, you know. Or somebody just, you know, maybe they were gay, and gay's not, you know, but like, you know, back in the day, it was looked upon as very unethical. So then gay people were like, okay, well, I'm just going to be a priest, so then I won't have sex. And the same kind of mindset, but then it just, the urges take over, instead of trying to, you know, deal with them head on. They became priests. That's kind of how I see it. That's what I think. And, you know, some maybe just become priests and then get horny, and then they figure that, you know, the children are easier to, you know, they want to have sex and they can't wait, or they can't hold it anymore. God's not helping them, whatever. And, you know, that's the easiest way to take advantage of somebody is, you know, a broken home, you know, young child, the way it happened, a lot of them. But, you know, the cover-ups and everything, that's not cool. But that's not God. That's the people. You know, they thought they were protecting God. and helping the church and everything, when actually they did more damage in the long run, really. And I think they learned their lesson, hopefully, but I don't know. It's crazy. Religion's crazy. But again, religion is built by men, for the most part, with an intention of believing in God. And the Bible's not 100% right, and churches and priests are not. I think it's just what it boils down to is you and God. You believing in God. You're putting God first, and living your life the best you can, and what you think Jesus or. See, I don't even know what to say. Like Jesus, God. To me, it's more natural to say God, not think Jesus, because to me, Jesus is the Son of God. But then people say Jesus is God. I don't get it. See, I'm still like I feel really good. I feel relieved and happy. But it's it's not over yet. I still got to work at it, and I'll still read that book on Muhammad, just for knowledge. But I don't know. So that's kind of where I'm at today. Today's kind of been a crazy day, and it's still early. It's not even noon yet. But if you have a similar story or something like that you'd want to share, I would love to hear it or read it. And if you wanted me to read it on the podcast, I will. If you're interested in the guy that I saw on TikTok, I'm following him now. Again, his Whitley Deputy, Whitley, and then Deputy. I don't know. I don't even know his background. I don't know what he is, or maybe he's a youth pastor or something. Who knows? But he had the right words for me. So I don't know, but that's it. If you like what you hear, give it a thumbs up, give it a comment, subscribe. You can email me at theobjectivejerk@gmail.com, or you can message me on any of the platforms. And if you've messaged me on something and I haven't responded in a while, try the email, because I check the email like regularly. I don't know how, if you message me on like other like Apple Cast and various things like that, I'm not sure. I only check regularly certain things. So Twitter and my email are probably, or TikTok. Those are the three that will probably be getting the quickest response from me. So, but if you did send me some kind of email and you don't want to send a long email again, just message me real quick and say, hey, I sent something I was listening to you on whatever you're listening to. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for listening. I hope maybe you got something out of it. I know I did. Today's a wonderful day for me. Very stoked. Very, I don't know how to explain it, but just relieved, happy, and ready to move forward, to keep going. But that's it. Again, thanks for listening. This has been The Objective Jerk, and I'll see you next time. Yay, yay!